Let's get reactions to the nation's historic power generation feat. I'm now joined by the Executive Director, Power of Nigeria, Tayo Adegbemle. Thank you for your time. Now, the TCN attributed the power generation of 5,801 megawatts, that's the largest in Nigeria's history, to the installation and commissioning into service of 66 power transformers. What do you make of this feat?
Well, this is an interesting angle to the conversation because there is no way in the world where installation of transformers is responsible for power generation. So maybe there was a mix-up, in the report that the director of TCN was reading out, or maybe it was referring to the use of transformers to evacuate, energy as much as that, but it's definitely not related to transformer. Generation is generation. Interestingly, I was talking to one of the former ADs of one of the MDs of Niger Delta Power Holding. I was completely telling me that presently they have about 3,000 megawatts of unutilized energy. So celebrating that 5,800, well, it's a peak. We are not staying there. It's not as if we are doing that 5,800 for the past 24 hours and we're doing it for the past 1 week. But as it is with Nigeria, we are used to celebrating. We love celebrating milestones. And, well,
That's
we have celebrated that. The question...
Briefly now, give us your take on the recent attack on the IKEDC electricity distribution company by Air Force personnel on Thursday. Although they haven't responded yet, but isn't this a gross abuse of power by these military personnel?
The interesting part of it is that there were a number of the media men that were also caught in that crossfire. So they are not reporting hearsay. They are reporting what they experienced directly. It is rather an unfortunate situation. It further tells us that everybody in Nigeria, we are just a potential despot waiting to happen. We are potential tyrants waiting to happen. The military have no business, attacking a private company. And of course, you heard what their head of media said earlier, when he mentioned, the kind of intervention that they've been trying to have, the kind of relation, how to make them to pay. And trust me, 4 billion naira is a lot. There are some discos in this country that don't. So when you are owing as much as 4 billion naira, it calls for concern. Then when you now think that it's your right, to take what you, it's a private company. IKEDC Electric pays for everything that they get, from the grid. Owing them 4 billion is actually a disservice to them. And with that kind of level of debt going, ongoing, it also shows us why it's going to be difficult for the company to put that money back into the system, to invest, to improve, on their distribution, on their distribution network. It's a rather sad event that we should not encourage. It should not be encouraged by anybody.
Well, we're really expecting the Air Force air personnel to respond swiftly to the incident. Executive Director, Power of Nigeria, Tayo Adegbemle, thank you very much for speaking to us.